effortless to hit the ball 300 yards through the air.
The fairway here at the 10th. Nice way to start off the back nine. Good-looking shot right here. Terrific golf.
Just requires a little bit of focus. Frank, that is nothing more than a punch to the gut.
You know, it's cruel, Rich. Good putt and deserves so much more. Another shot added, though.
I mean, takes the wind right out of your sails.
Well, not in contention, but in for par. Now to the 11th hole as we pick up with our featured golfer. As we enter the middle portion of the second round, really struggling here, Frank. What does he need to do in order to get back in it?
Buy a tennis racket might be the go here, Rich. No, I mean, sometimes you've just got to jolt your mind. Think about something else, then sort of re-rack and get back on track. Everybody's played bad, but not everybody has the satisfaction of turning around a round. That's the opportunity right there.
100 yards to the flagstick. Frank, over the course of the last 15 years or so, there have been a number of initiatives within the game of golf just to try to grow the sport.
Yeah, we've seen the PGA Junior League, which is a series of competitions, obviously for juniors to play. But the first tee really is worldwide now, just to try and introduce players from all over the world into the game of golf. They're introduced with club professionals. They learn skills that are essential really to play the game of golf. But in 2014 was a real step, what I think, in the right direction to showcase the junior talent around the world with the drive, chip and putt, where you actually get a chance to play the drive, chip and putt final at Augusta National, the home of the Masters.
Imagine young kids, boys and girls, 8 years old, 11 years old, being able to go home and tell their friends, tell their families, hey, I won at Augusta National Golf Club. Has this now for bogey. Frank, it's been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey.
Yeah, it's not exactly a small gap between that player there and the rest of the field. That gap's got to feel like the Grand Canyon right now.
Wait, this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Good contact, good result.
What a drive. Just tattooed that.
Second shot.
Frank, it's sort of strange to say about a par 5 where at most events on tour, players are looking to make 4 or maybe an eagle 3. But to say that a player would be stealing a shot from the field if they made 4 here, that's how hard this hole is.
It is, because in a blink of an eye, you can make 6 because of a bad tee shot, a bad lap, obviously a bad third. So conversely, to make 4, you've got to hit at least 3 shots very, very well. Chances are that's a good shot on the fairway and an excellent third shot to give yourself a putt from, say, inside 15 feet. Yeah, all the way along the way, you're playing on a fairway that slopes left to right that always seems to be working against you.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
It's a sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Had every chance of going in.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
Can't make it, Frank, if you don't hit it.
Hubert Green once said, 99% of putts left short don't go in. I don't know what happened to the other 1%, but...
Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess. It's probably the easiest way to put it. This is a case of anything that could go wrong, not just probably, it did.
I like the looks of this one.
Birdie try up next. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. So she's rolled into that first cut. It's not a perfect lie, but not bad either. Frank, out of the rough, best to swing a little bit easier or get after it with all you have?
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through, but it's still the planning of the shot. Once again, check short. Is there anything I have to carry? And even remember, there's always the option of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
Not her best effort, walks away with a bogey. Rich Lerner back with you at the 14th hole at Oakmont. And this is a hole that offers up a pretty good scoring opportunity, a short par 4 at 358 yards. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. And setting up here in the rough. Knocks it up on the green. It is about 28 feet away from the hole. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt.
Now it's at sneaky distance. Oh, that even caught me by surprise, Rich. I thought par was in the bag.
This now for bogey. Trying to limit the damage here. This putt is for bogey. Good putt.
A very quick exit, miscut. Not the only one there, but surprising.
The weekend now to regroup. Just didn't hit many good shots. EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Well, here we are at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. We're located along the St. Johns River in the Sunshine State, Florida. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, what stands out when you look at the wetlands?
The swampland, the gators, really it's a good driving golf course, Rich. Not a lot of fairway bunkers in play here at Wetlands, but if you drive the ball well here, you really can get a good score out here at Wetlands. They play the web.com here every now and again, so we've seen some good scores over the years, but always fun to be playing in Florida. Sun on your back, warm golf conditions.
Sit down, get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Pretty good shot right there. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Well, with that drop shot, moves to 1 over for the tournament. A lot of great golf early on. Let's get you out to the action at the 5th. It has not gone all that well early in the round for our featured golfer. What do they need to do, Frank, to turn this thing around?
Well, you can't dwell on what's just happened. There's plenty of holes ahead. Look at the scorecard, par 5s to play, things like that. Really pick apart this golf course. There's going to be plenty of opportunities around the corner.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
$80 yards to the flagstick, Frank. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par. In for bogey, now sitting at 2 over for the round. On to the par 4 sixth here at the Wetlands. And Frank, how does that water factor into the way you play this hole?
It bisects this fairway beautifully, Rich. 233 yards to the run out on the first section of fairway. And that might be worth considering for the short hitters. To try and flash it across the narrowest part of those wetlands, 276 yards. And of course, the more horsepower you got, actually the easier this tee shot becomes.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, through the years we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right. And at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day, but they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints, they're marathons. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Safely aboard.
Locked in on the read and speed.
When you consider the length of that putt, it's a good putt.
These putts keep the round together. Man,
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This from 7 feet. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
This would give her the bogey. So, with that, 3 over par now for the round. On to the 8th. It's a par 3, 203 yards. What's going on here, Frank?
Interesting par 3, really. It looks anything other than a straightaway hole. That bunker short of this green gives you like an optical illusion. You think it's lapping up with the front of this green, but there's actually sort of 3 or 4 yards before you get to the putting surface. A little bit of a drop off behind this green, and it narrows out the deeper the green gets. So tricky little par 3.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Very respectable approach shot in a good spot.
It's no snack, though. Whoa, that was unexplainable. I thought that was easily going to be a par.
Now we'll have to focus. Try to make bogey. Clean this up with a tap. That is another bogey. It's getting messy, Frank.
Ouch.
Well, that'll do it for day number 1, and a tough start for some of those who were hoping for better things.
Yeah, slow start, surprisingly, really, and hard to put your finger on why, because we saw a lot of good golf, but now, outside looking in, we'll need to play well tomorrow.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the BioWare Classic. It is just an ideal day for golf. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We're getting set for all the action this afternoon at Wetlands Golf and Country Club in Florida. And this is certainly a challenge, Frank.
It is. We really should rename it Drylands because that's the way you want to play this golf course. If you're not dry, then you are going to be wet. That swampland is just all the way around this golf course. In between it, though, is fairway. So fairway, the goal all day today.
And as always, with the state of Florida, you have to factor in the changing winds.
Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
This one's sitting up perfectly in the fairway. Only a 135-yard shot.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, that is a ball striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Par 5 12 here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club is 576 yards. First par 5 on this backside. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole.
Second shot.
She is really dialed in. All facets of her game are clicking. Just another solid shot, about 8 feet from the hole. Good scoring opportunity. Third shot here at the par 5. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Just a couple of feet. Mark a birdie on the card. Here we go at the par 4 13th, 452 yards. What's the best angle of attack?
The straight line really is the best way here, like a lot of holes on the golf course. But straight, as we know, is not often easy. Fairway does start to widen up the further out there you get it. So for the longer hitters, this hole actually plays relatively easy. For the shorter hitters in that narrow area, that'll leave you a lengthy second shot where you just might have to bisect the 2 front greenside bunkers.
Chance to get it close here.
Rich, these winds haven't subsided at all today. It's club selection right now, vital.
You put the ball back in your stance just a little bit.
If you're going to hit it down.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
You love to watch him disappear, don't you? Fourteenth hole here at the Wetlands. A dangerous par 3 comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green, maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot.
This is an awkward length.
Wrong time to be leaking oil here at the 14th hole, Frank.
Well, to state the obvious, too, that was very makeable. That's the one you'd expect to make more often than not. That's going to hurt.
Those are painful from that distance.
Yeah, just another one added to the card. Big mistake.
Frank, it's been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey.
Yeah, it's not exactly a small gap between that player there and the rest of the field. That gap's got to feel like the Grand Canyon right now.
Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands, 590 yards. Beautiful looking shot right here.
Oh, that's fine.
Frank, I think what sets golf apart from other sports is that the fan can get so close to the great athlete as the round is being played.
Yeah, well, that's why the sport itself, and we consider it more intimate for that reason. You know, most golf spectators play the game. Whereas other sports, you don't see NFL players sitting in the grandstand. You see spectators, but most golf fans are golfers.
She is putting the full arsenal of her skill set on display this afternoon. Beautiful shot. Shouldn't be a problem here. Will not be happy with that one. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Just misses. And getting ready for the putt. Nothing wrong with that par putt.
Well, early exit for one of what I thought Rich was going to be the favorite, but their week's over.
Numbers don't lie in this case, in this sport, and now a missed cut.